Hey everyone, TGIF, right? I'm Chris Brown. It's time for your week in review from ClarkCountyToday.com. Well, the shocking death of Cowlitz County Deputy Justin DeRosier late last week resonated across the region. On Monday, hundreds of people lined overpasses along I-5 from Vancouver to Kelso to pay their respects to the 29-year-old who was the first Cowlitz County law enforcement officer killed in the line of duty. The man suspected of shooting and killing Deputy DeRosier was killed in a shootout with Kelso police on Sunday after a manhunt. He was identified as 33-year-old Brian Butts, the half-brother of Daniel Butts, who recently pleaded guilty to killing Rainier Police Chief Ralph Painter in 2011. A memorial for Deputy DeRosier will be held next Wednesday in North Portland. In his column this week, ClarkCountyToday.com editor Ken Vance reacted to the death of Deputy DeRosier. Vance shared some of the reaction to our coverage of DeRosier's death, specifically the Mike Schultz video of Monday's procession. Schultz said the outpouring of support gives him hope that supporters of law enforcement far outweigh the naysayers. Vance offered data gathered in a Gallup poll and published by the Dolan Consulting Group that revealed public confidence in law enforcement compared to public education, government, and even the television media. Vance's conclusion, public confidence in law enforcement has dipped from time to time over the years due to emotional reactions to isolated incidents, but overall, the public has shown a desire to support law enforcement. In other news, the city of Vancouver is moving ahead with plans to develop a part of town skipped over by recent economic progress.
The area that we're talking about here it's a failing commercial area. It's been failing for a long time.
The future of Vancouver's historic Tower Mall site became a little clearer this past week as the public got a chance to check out the latest design concepts at McLaughlin Middle School. The city is in the process of creating a 20-year plan for the Heights District, including 63 acres of redevelopment around the old Tower Mall site.
There are 11 property owners within that. The city is one of them. We own the Tower Mall parcel, which is 11 acres, but we also own additional parcels, which total about 30 acres of the 63.
Such as the Vanco driving range and the fire station to the north.
And the water facility.
This was the third and final open house for the Heights sub-area plan. Last October, the city showed off 3 concepts, letting the public weigh in on what they liked and disliked.
So we heard a lot about, we like open space, but we're also concerned about, maintenance, particularly with that grand park concept. We heard that people really liked the central gathering place aspect of the promenade, so like a water feature, a place for events, maybe small market type stuff. And then also heard people wanted a place where they can do movies in the park, maybe have community garden type space. We also, heard concerns about density, the number of units in the redevelopment area, questions about what the traffic and impacts would be on existing roadways, a lot of advocacy around connectivity for pedestrians and cyclists, safe routes to school for students who may be walking to the new schools.
The latest concept cuts down on residential and office space while increasing commercial space. It includes several smaller parks, including a central gathering place with streets that can be shut down for festivals or public markets.
I really wanted the grand park, but that was probably pie in the sky. Would have been taking too much to maintain that. So.
People like Andy and Barbara Chin say they're excited to see the area become a focus for the city, despite the fact it will change things dramatically within the next 20 years.
Well, it's going to make it look like an urban area, but we are, so we should look like one, and we should, pack people more closely together. That's fine. There should be low-income housing. I mean, it seems like they're doing all the things they should do. That's what an urban area should look like.
There's a lot more capacity that those roads, given their size, can handle, and so
The city is taking public feedback on the comprehensive draft plan through this month. Next month, there'll be 2 planning committee hearings before the city council takes the redevelopment plan up in June. Even with the final plan in place, it will likely be 2 or 3 more years before any projects on the site actually break ground. Now, part of the funding for that project will likely come out of the work of the Stronger Vancouver Executive Sponsors Council. The 10-member group this week presented their recommendation to City Council on how to fund major capital improvement projects and government services over the next decade. That could include $30 million in new revenue from a mix of property taxes, which voters would need to approve, a reintroduction of a B&O tax, which the City of Vancouver eliminated in 2002, a head tax increase, and more. You can check out the full list at clarkcountytoday.com and tell us what you think of the city's plan on our social media platforms. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Be the first to know when new stories are posted and join the conversation about what's happening in your community. A battleground clinic is changing the way we think about affordable health care, and people are taking notice. Here's Clark County Today's Jacob Graneman with the story.
Serving others is the heart of battleground healthcare. The free clinic opened its doors in 2011 and has grown exponentially ever since. With donations from local hospitals and colleges, they now provide dietary, medical, dental, lab work, and chronic condition support.
A lot of our early work has been around strategic planning, trying to figure out where we're going for the next 3 to 5 years and making sure that everybody's on the same page and that we're really intentional about where we want to be in the next few years and how we're out there in the community.
Now more than ever, affordable healthcare can be a rare resource. The clinic believes they can change that, in lockstep with other clinics in the area.
We're kind of the newbies on the block. We kind of share in this endeavor to see what more we can do to impact the community and give a better service. Of course, there's always the need for support to keep the doors open. It's amazing how many people that don't know that the 3 clinics do exist here in this Clark County area.
Volunteers are always welcome, and new positions can be found on their website. For the some 61,000 people in Clark County who qualify for the clinic, Battleground Healthcare is truly a godsend.
Free clinics are the best kept secret. This is the reason to be here, is to build a healthy community. So we see people who are falling through the insurance gaps of today, and we can be that bridge of care and service for them as they transition through their healthcare journey right now.
I get inspired every time I walk through the doors here. The patient stories that come out of this place are absolutely incredible.
Jacob Graneman, clarkcountytoday.com.
Thanks, Jacob. Great story. Remember, you can head to clarkcountytoday.com for more details on all of these stories. State-of-the-art childcare is coming to Salmon Creek and surrounding communities. Pre-K education giant Kiddie Academy will open their second Clark County location in August of this year with the capacity for 180 children. The facility will boast a variety of special upgrades, including open classroom designs, live streaming video feeds, and age-centered curriculum. Owner and operator John Swartz says he's looking forward to giving parents another option when it comes to their child care. Swartz serves on Washington Governor Jay Inslee's child care task force and believes Kiddie Academy to be integral to the future of pre-K education. And now it's time for the Week in Sports from ClarkCountyToday.com's award-winning sports reporter Paul Valencia.
Did you see that? Oh, that was a cool moment indeed. A first sighting, in fact. Soon, everyone will get a chance to see Rally the Raptor. But last weekend, he made his first public appearance, at a special occasion, too. Rally the Raptor is the mascot for the Ridgefield Raptors, a wood bat baseball league franchise that will begin play in June. He showed up at Alcoa Little League's opening day ceremony last weekend, helping the league celebrate a day that some thought would not happen. A fire destroyed most of Alcoa Little League's equipment just a couple weeks before opening day. The community rallied with donations of money and equipment. The 2019 season was saved. Rally the Raptor was one of the celebrities who threw out a first pitch. Rally, legend has it, was born in the Ridgefield Wildlife Refuge. Today, he calls the Ridgefield Outdoor Recreation Center, the Rourke, home. But from time to time, he will spread his wings throughout Clark County to try to make someone smile. In another report on ClarkCountyToday.com, we detailed what the Camas boys soccer team is doing to try to start a new streak. A year ago, the Papermakers did not make it to the state playoffs. That was the first time this century. This year's squad is taking lessons from last year's tough breaks and using last season as motivation to start a new streak this spring. Playing at such a prestigious program, there is pressure. Expectations are always high. Today's Papermakers told us they love that pressure, the responsibility of playing for the entire Camas community.
All right, thanks, Paul. And that's a quick look at just some of the stories we're covering at ClarkCountyToday.com. If you have a story idea, you can shoot us an email, news@ClarkCountyToday.com. For all of us at ClarkCountyToday.com, I'm Chris Brown. Thanks so much for watching. Have a blessed Easter weekend, and we'll talk to you next week.